Assalamu alaikum. This is News at 10 on BTV and BTV World. You just heard the headlines. Let's move on to the details of those and other stories.
হিন্দু ভাই, খ্রিস্টান ভাই, বৌদ্ধ ভাইদের বলি, তোমাদের উপর এতদিন যে অত্যাচার মাঝে মাঝে হয়েছে সে আমি জানি, ভবিষ্যতে সে অত্যাচার হবে না। মুসলমানের যে অধিকার এই দেশের হিন্দু খ্রিস্টান বৌদ্ধ সেই অধিকার এই বাংলার মাটিতে হবে।
The Jatiya সংসদ today passed the 7,97,000 crore taka national budget for 2024-25 fiscal with a prime focus on maintaining economic stability and augmenting steps to materialize the government's Smart Bangladesh vision. Finance Minister al-Alqsa Mahmood Ali moved the Appropriation Bill 2024 today, seeking a budgetary allocation of 12,41,752 crore taka, which was passed by voice votes. The sitting of the House resumed with Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry in the chair. Despite the global volatile condition and adversities, the budget for the next fiscal eyed a 6.75% GDP growth. Following the proposal mooted in the House by the Finance Ministry for the parliamentary approval of the appropriation of funds for meeting necessary development and non-development expenditures of the government, the ministers concerned placed justifications for the expenditure by their respective ministries through 59 demands for grants. Earlier, the Jatiya সংসদ rejected by voice votes a total of 251 cut motions that stood in the name of opposition members on 59 demands for grants for different ministries. A total of seven MPs placed the cut motions. They were, however, allowed to participate in the discussion on Law Ministry, Secondary and Higher Education Division and Social Welfare Ministry. Later, Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry quickened the process of passing the demands for grants for different ministries without giving a lunch break. The country's GDP size has been estimated at 55,97,414 crore taka. The government, however, has reduced its expenditure by 47,367 crore taka in the revised budget for the outgoing fiscal 2023-24, bringing it down to 7,14,418 crore taka. In the budget for 2024 fiscal, total government expenditure was estimated at taka 7,61,785 crore, apart from already approved annual development program ADP outlay of 2,65,000 crore taka. Earlier yesterday, the Parliament passed the Financial Bill 2024 with some minor changes. The sitting of the House will resume in the afternoon tomorrow. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina joined a post-budget dinner in the evening at the Bangabandhu International Conference Centre. On her arrival at the venue, the Prime Minister was received by the Finance Minister. Later, Sheikh Hasina, accompanied by the Finance Minister, went round different tables and exchanged pleasantries with the guests. Deputy Leader of the House, Cabinet members, advisers to the Prime Minister, State Ministers, Whips and Parliament members, among others, were present. The Jatiya সংসদ today passed the taka 7,97,000 crore national budget with the prime focus on maintaining economic stability and augmenting steps to materialize the government's Smart Bangladesh vision. Finance Minister al-Alqsa Mahmood Ali moved the Appropriations Bill 2024, seeking a budgetary allocation of taka 12,41,752 crore, which was passed by voice votes. The Higher Secondary Certificate HSC and its equivalent examinations have begun today across the country. This year, a total of 14,50,790 students from 9 General Education Boards, Madrasa Board and Technical Board are sitting for the exams. Out of the total examinees, 7,50,281 are male students and 7,05,009 are female students. Every exam will start at 10 a.m. and will continue till 1 p.m. According to the routine, written exams will continue till the 11th of August and practical exams will be held from the 12th of August to the 21st of August. This year, examinations are being held with a new syllabus. Meanwhile, the Education Ministry has instructed all coaching centres to remain closed till the 11th of August, centering the HSC examinations. HSC examination is being held at 80 centres in the capital. The quick response team of Dhaka Metropolitan Police is working to face any difficulties of the students. Meanwhile, the authorities have postponed the HSC and other equivalent examinations in Sylhet Division until the 8th of July due to the ongoing flood and its impact. The exam will be held from the 9th of July as per the routine. State Minister for Post, Telecommunications and Information Technology, Junaid Ahmed Palak, said telecom operators will be forced to compensate for the call drops customers experience while using mobile phones. Drives will be conducted from tomorrow based on complaints from customers, he added. State Minister for Post, Telecommunication and Information Technology said this while addressing a meeting organized by the Bangladesh Telecommunication Regulatory Commission (BTRC) to discuss the service quality of mobile operators today. Junaid Ahmed Palak directed 4 mobile operators of the country to introduce 5G in airports, seaports and key commercial and industrial areas within October. Meanwhile, customers have appreciated this type of initiative from the government to reduce the amount of their experience of call drops. Telecom operators have sought some support from the government as they also want to ensure quality service to their customers. The Patuakhali 1,320 megawatt thermal power plant is now fully ready to go into electricity generation. Authorities said as much as 1,320 megawatt power will be added to the national grid from this plant by December, and efforts are being made in this regard. Insiders said this power plant is a milestone in the power sector of the country. Bangladesh and China are jointly implementing the project. BNP is doing politics over the illness of al-Jazeera and is misleading people by circulating false information over the issue. Awami League General Secretary and Road Transport and Bridges Minister Ubaidul Qadir made this allegation. In a statement sent to the mass media today, Ubaidul Qadir said people of the country rejected movements and political programs of BNP time and again. BNP has turned into a failed political party, he added. Ubaidul Qadir also said as per the constitution all citizens are equal and in the eyes of the law al-Jazeera is convicted in corruption cases. It is nothing but arrogance to demand release of a convicted person beyond the constitution and legal process, he added. In the statement, the minister said there is no scope for a convicted person to leave the country beyond legal procedures. Ubaidul Qadir said by applying executive power, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina created scopes for al-Jazeera's better treatment. He said BNP is making efforts to hamper political stability of the country on the issue, ignoring legal procedures. Foreign Minister and Awami League Joint General Secretary Dr. Hassan Mahmood said foreign dependency has been greatly reduced in development budget for fiscal year 2024-25. Bangladesh has achieved this capability under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, he added. The minister said this while responding to queries from journalists after the Jatiyo সংসদ passed Taka 7,97,000 crore national budget with the slogan of marching towards smart Bangladesh, following the path of sustainable development.
প্রতিবারই বাজেট পেশ করার পর বা বাজেট পাশ হওয়ার পর একটি মহল বলে এই বাজেট উচ্চাভিলাষী, এটি বাস্তবায়নযোগ্য না। কিন্তু গত 15 বছরে প্রতিটি বাজেটের বাস্তবায়নের হার হচ্ছে 92 থেকে 96%। যখন বিএনপি ক্ষমতায় ছিল তখন অর্থমন্ত্রীকে প্যারিস কনসালটেটিভ মিটিংয়ের জন্য প্যারিসে যেতে হতো ভিক্ষার ঝুলি নিয়ে, এবং বিএনপির আমলে বাজেট, বিশেষ করে উন্নয়ন বাজেটের বিদেশ নির্ভরতা ছিল 50%-এর বেশি। আর আজকে আমাদের বিদেশ নির্ভরতা কমে সেটি 15-20% নেমে এসছে, এবং আমরা অনেক বিদেশি ঋণ ফিরিয়ে দিই। কিছু বিদেশি ঋণ নিতে হয় দেশের অর্থনীতির সাথে, সামগ্রিক অর্থনীতির সাথে বৈশ্বিক অর্থনীতির স্বার্থে, কিন্তু আমাদের বিদেশ নির্ভরতা মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রী অনেক কমিয়ে এনেছেন, অর্থাৎ না নেওয়া নিব না বলার সেই সক্ষমতা আমরা অর্জন করেছি। এবং সবচেয়ে বড় কথা হচ্ছে দেশের উন্নয়ন অগ্রগতি আজকে যেভাবে হয়েছে সেটি পৃথিবীর সামনে আজকে প্রশংসিত হচ্ছে।
The foreign minister said the world now appreciates the development journey of Bangladesh, but a group mentions the budget as ambitious and impossible to implement. But every time the budget is proposed and passed, and the implementation rate of budget was 92 to 96% for the last 15 years, he added. And now international news. Heavy fighting between Israeli forces and Palestinian fighters continues in northern and southern Gaza, killing at least 40 Palestinians and injuring 224 others. Reports say Israel continues to indiscriminately massacre innocent Palestinians in the besieged Gaza Strip. In 24 hours, occupation forces carried out airstrikes and shelling of Gaza City, Rafah town and Nusayrat refugee camp. So, since last October, the number of dead has increased to 37,834 and the number of injured has increased to 86,858. Meanwhile, no progress has been made in ceasefire talks, but Hamas remains ready to deal positively with any proposal that includes a permanent ceasefire, a senior official says. The Arab League, the European Union, Egypt, Saudi Arabia and Qatar slam Israel's decision to legalize 5 settlements as an Israeli minister promised to bring 1 million new settlers into the occupied West Bank. People in France are voting in a parliamentary election that could make history, with the far right closer to power than it has ever been in modern times. The National Rally RN of Marine Le Pen and Jordan Bardella is well ahead in the polls 3 weeks to the day since they won European elections. President Emmanuel Macron reacted immediately by calling a national vote and stunning his country. A high turnout is expected among 49 million voters for such a pivotal election, and polls close in the big cities at 2000 when the first exit polls came out. This is a 2-round election, and most of the National Assembly's 577 seats will not be decided until the second round runoff vote next Sunday. Russian attacks across Ukraine killed at least 12 people, including 4 children, as fighting intensifies during a series of offensives into several regions of the war-battered country. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky warned on Saturday the death toll in the village of Vilniansk near the regional hub of Zaporizhzhia may increase. Ukraine's Interior Minister Igor Klimenko said 18 people, including 4 children, were also wounded in Vilniansk, 30 kilometers from the main city of Zaporizhzhia. The attack occurred in broad daylight on a weekend in a place where people were spending their leisure time downtown without any military infrastructure, Governor Ivan Fedorov said. Ukrainian officials reported attacks on Saturday killed 4 people and injured 23 in eastern villages, while rescuers in the central city of Dnipro dug through rubble after an attack ripped through a 9-story residential building, leaving 1 dead and 12 wounded. At least 18 people have been killed and 30 injured in a series of deadly blasts in Nigeria's northeastern Borno state, officials say. One of the suspected bombings is reported to have killed 6 people and injured others at a wedding ceremony on Saturday. The state's emergency management agency said the suspected suicide bombers attacked a wedding, a funeral and hospital in the town of Gaza. A curfew has been imposed by the military. No one has claimed responsibility for the attacks. Gaza was seized by Boko Haram in 2014 and taken back by the Nigerian forces in 2015. But the group has since continued to carry out attacks and kidnappings near the town. Residents of Indian capital Delhi, still recovering from the after effects of the record-breaking downpour on Friday, must brace for more rain. The Weather Office has issued an orange alert for the Delhi, predicting heavy rainfall today and tomorrow. According to the India Meteorological Department's color-coded warning system, an orange alert asks people to be prepared for heavy rain. The first 2 days of monsoon in Delhi led to waterlogging in several low-lying areas and also claimed 11 lives. The city recorded 228.1 mm of rainfall when the monsoon struck on Friday, the highest single-day June rainfall since 1936. And now weather. Southwest monsoon is strong over North Bay and adjoining coastal areas of Bangladesh. Met Office said under its influence, deep convection is taking place and steep pressure gradient lies over North Bay. Gustier squally weather may affect the maritime ports, North Bay and adjoining coastal areas of Bangladesh. Maritime ports of Chattogram, Cox's Bazar, Mongla and Paira have been advised to keep hoisted local cautionary signal number 3. I repeat, signal number 3. All fishing boats and trawlers over North Bay have been advised to remain close to the coast and proceed with caution till further notice. Meanwhile, Met Office in its weather forecast till 6 p.m. tomorrow said light to moderate rain or thunder showers accompanied by temporary gusty wind is likely to occur at most places over Rangpur, Rajshahi, Dhaka, Mymensingh, Khulna, Borishal, Chattogram and Sylhet divisions, with moderately heavy to very heavy falls at places over the country. Night and day temperature may remain nearly unchanged over the country. And now sports news. Argentina beat Peru by 2-0 goals to reach the quarterfinals of the Copa America. Lautaro Martinez scored 2 goals for Argentina in the match held this morning. Argentina attacked from the beginning of the match at the Hard Rock Stadium in the United States, but they scored the first goal in the 47th minute and Martinez scored. Peru fought back in the second half. Lautaro Martinez gave the team a 2-0 lead in the 86th minute. He scored 4 goals in 3 group stage matches. Argentina's first match in the knockout stage will be on July 4. To end the bulletin, headlines once again. Jatiya সংসদ passes national budget of Taka 7,97,000 crore for fiscal 2024-25. HSC and its equivalent examinations get underway across the country except Sylhet division. (1,320 megawatt thermal power plant in Potuakhali ready to go into operations in December. BNP doing politics over Khaleda Zia's illness and misleading people by circulating false information, says Obaidul Qadir. Foreign dependency greatly reduced in development budget for fiscal year 2024-25, says Foreign Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. 40 more Palestinians killed in last 24 hours as Israel continues massacre indiscriminately in Gaza. And Argentina secure a place in Copa America quarterfinals, beating Peru 2-0. And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with us. Khuda Hafiz.